I'm back today with another video, and this time I want to talk about an announcement that was made today to the content creators, not me, but the larger ones, about something that's coming to the Bazaar next patch. And it's actually quite strong for everyone in terms of progression. Like if you're a new player or you have a new account, I think it changes a lot about what your focus in the very early game, so the first couple of months, should be. Now, what it is they've announced that Drexthar here is going to be available in the Bazaar. So his fragments will have a 1-day cooldown and cost 360 gold bars. So before I get to whether, like, how many gold bars you'll be able to get per day in the different tiers, so then how long it'll actually take you, I do want to just talk about his kit and why actually I think this was a really, really good choice. The most important part of his kit really is his passive that places an HP burn when hit. So your goal then is basically he's your spider tank. You want to make it so that he gets targeted by the spiderlings and the spider, and then when they hit them, they put an HP burn so that we can kill the spider that way. Now his A2 has a 60% chance of placing a provoke, which is fine. It's not amazing. The thing is, you're going to be making his stats such that he's got low enough HP that he gets targeted first anyway. Or, again, on Spider 20, since he's going to be off affinity, it'll be good to just get targeted anyway without provoke. To be fair, the fact that it's got a provoke does help you progress, so it is still good in that sense, but definitely not necessary when you get to Spider 20. And then his A1 basically just heals himself if there's already an HP burn on the target, which if he's single targeting, it'll be on the main spider boss, which after the first couple of A1s that he places, the spider's always going to have HP burn. So he does a little bit of healing on himself. So that's going to be nice to help keep him alive since he will be the one taking damage in your team. But really, he's just very, very good as a tank for the spiderlings, because then he actually places HP burn, and you can focus the rest of your team on reducing turn meter and healing Drexthar, just so that his HP burns kill the spider. So that's what he does. And like I said, it is 360 gold bars with a 1-day cooldown. So let's just take a look at Arena real quick. Unfortunately, they've removed the info for how much gold bars you get per win. It's 5 per win, so 15% per set in Bronze 1, which means if you win every single fight in every set, in the 10 sets you get every day, you will have 1,050 gold bars just from wins, plus the 630 from the end of the week. So you'll have 1,680 gold bars, which is unfortunately not enough to get the fragments from Drexthar every single day, because Drexthar at 360 in 7 days is 2,520. So you're short almost 900 gold bars in Bronze 1 every week to get Drexthar. It gets a little bit better in Bronze 2. In Bronze 2, there's actually 7 per win, so up to 21 per set, which if you win every single battle in every single set for the whole week, and then you get your 750 gold bars here, you'll get 2220 gold bars every week in Bronze 2, which is still not enough to get the fragment for Drexthar every single day. So, I mean, it's only one day short, so it is much better than Bronze, but you will have to get up to Bronze 3 to be able to get all of your shards for Drexthar on time, which I think changes where we should be focusing our resources early game. So I still think that Dragon is the most important first objective for a new account, and then getting your clan boss mostly in order is a good idea as well. But past that, I think your champions should be focused on making sure you have a reasonable set of 12 champions for Tag Team Arena so that you can try to push into Bronze 3 as quickly as possible. And to be fair, right now, it's hard to figure out how hard that's going to be because the player base hasn't spread out enough. I would guess that within a couple of months, we will be to the point where we'll have a better idea of just how hard it will be to be in Bronze 3. Right now, a new player has no chance, but I think as again the player base starts spreading out, it'll be much more realistic to get to this point. With that being said, the other thing that this does is it changes the kinds of champions we want to focus on when we're leveling up champions. So for my next champion, after I get Aethel to 6-star, I was trying to decide between Armiger and Solban Bowyer for my next 5-star. And at the time, my thought was Armiger is going to just be better. Because it is a much better turn meter reducer. It's easier to book. It's easier to ascend. Just for all of those reasons. Obviously, Soulbond is a little bit better in Faction Wars, which isn't a huge deal, but with High Katoon, War Maiden, and Soulbond, it does make a strong core for Faction Wars, so it's not negligible. But now with the changes to Tag Team Arena, I think that Soulbond is better enough than Armiger that having Soulbond as my 12th member for Tag Team Arena does make me want to level her up more than Armiger in the very, very short term. So I think those are the types of things that you want to keep in mind. It also means that the champions that I know I'll be using in Tag Team Arena, so Jingle Hunter, War Maiden, Basher, Soulbond Bowyer, and Spider, I'm probably going to want to end up getting them to level 50 at least, possibly 60 on some of them. Not right away, but we'll figure that out as it goes. But just because it is that much more important to do well in Tag Team Arena. Because up to this point, I just had a team of farm for food that I wasn't quite using to farm yet. So it was these Saurus right here are my Tag Team Arena defense. I'm going to need to switch those out and try to move up as soon as the patch drops so that I can get Drexthar shards with more frequency. Now, it doesn't change a huge amount here, but something that I do think it changes quite a bit is when we go into dungeons and we look at Spider, because Drexthar is going to help us the most with Spider. I do think that getting to stage 13 of Spider is an important milestone, so that whenever you have reason to be farming Spider, so say there's a Spider tournament, you have the opportunity to get 6-star accessories. Obviously, it gives you a higher chance of getting epics and legendary equipment here from being able to do a higher stage, so that's good. I don't, however, think that it'll be worthwhile to try to push past 13 until you get Drexthar, just because he's going to make your progression much easier, and you don't want to have to level up champions that you might not use anywhere but Spider. So I think staying at 13 to be able to farm is probably the right choice. Trying to push in there as quickly as you can, but then not needing to push any further. Which then does actually open up the ability to focus on Fire Knight instead with the champions that you're leveling, which actually helps in a lot of different ways, in the sense that we do want to focus on the arena to some degree. So having access to the crit damage set for, again, just extra crit damage, the Savage set to ignore 25% of defense, and the Shield set, which is huge to just get an extra shield on your team. Those are very, very strong sets for Arena. which then obviously translate to being very strong sets for tag team arena. So I think the fact that Spider is less of an emphasis early means that once we have Dragon 20 on farm, then we can more focus our efforts into Fire Knight and pushing that further, and then that'll actually help us get to Drexthar even faster to better gear our tag team arena teams so that we can be in Bronze 3 as quickly as possible and be able to stay there. So I think that Drexthar does make quite a bit of difference in how we want to prioritize leveling up either just new accounts in general, but also especially free-to-play or low-spend accounts. Because, again, now we are less worried about getting champions for Spider, because it's not an easy dungeon, obviously. So getting a champion like Drexthar that makes it so much easier is a huge deal. Not just because it makes Spider easier, but it lets us focus on Fire Knight earlier as well. So I think that's one of the bigger things that probably hasn't been talked about quite yet, is that Fire Knight is now a little bit easier because we can focus more of our account resources on that dungeon. So that's all I had for you guys today. I hope that you found this useful. Feel free to comment below if you have any sort of criticism or thought that it was useful. As well, comments on Reddit or on Discord or on my stream are appreciated as well. I do still stream every single night at reset, so 7 p.m. Central Time, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.